What's up guys, my name is Adapt and welcome back to another video on the channel. So FIFA 19 is on the horizon. We're getting closer and closer to it. I think it's coming out on the 29th of September or something. So we're not too far away now. The footies promo has just finished as well. So I am going to start taking a look at FIFA 19. We're going to start taking it a bit more seriously. And looking towards FIFA 19, obviously one of the most important things is the squad you're going to use. So this, like the La Liga Santander, I went with it last year and I went with it most years pretty much at the beginning of the game, because I think that the La Liga Santander has the best value for the players you're getting, if you guys get what I mean. So you're getting your money's worth in the La Liga Santander. I think the Premier League's just going to be too overpriced because that's the hyped up league and everyone from the UK is going to want to have a Premier League team. I think that Liga 1, there isn't a lot of there isn't a huge player gap, if you guys get what I mean. So you can have Mbappe, who's a great player in game, but who do you have who's cheaper and a very good player? Do you have any cheap alternatives for Liga 1 and leagues like that? Even the Bundesliga, the top tier players are incredible, but lower tier players, you haven't got a lot of options, and I think that's where the other leagues lack, and that's why I'm leaning towards the La Liga Santander every year, because you know I can build up from Ben Yedder. We go to let's say Benzema, for example. No, Benzema isn't great. We go to Griezmann, we go to Aduriz, we can go up so many points. Asensio, we upgrade to Isco. Then, well, this year we would have upgraded to Iniesta, but maybe next year will be Modric and Rakitic. You got so many different options. Centre back, we start upgrading to, let's say, PK, and then we get a Sergio Ramos. Right back, you're working your way up to getting who's the best right back in the La Liga Santander? Let me go ahead and check right now. For Schalke, I think he's going to get a huge upgrade next year. Carvajal just hasn't got enough pace, has he? Well, when I said Schalke is going to get a huge upgrade, I think he's going to go up by a couple of points. He has got a couple of informs this year, and I think he's performed quite well this season. You don't get an inform for nothing, in my opinion. So I'm just very excited to see how that plans out. I think we're going to see a lot of Rochalcos next year. We're going to see a lot of Semedos next year as well. Hernandez, I think he's going to get a huge upgrade as well. But even after we get to Hernandez, you know, there's Alba, and then we get to Marcelo. Some people like a bit more pace, some people like a bit more strength. It's just, the La Liga Santander is very exciting, and so is the Prem, in my opinion. They're the two most exciting leagues for building from nothing to something in this game. When you start off with this cheap La Liga Santander, you're like, look, alright, I'm working my way. I'm going to work hard to get that Griezmann card. I'm going to work hard to get Benzema or something. I'm going to work hard to get Diego Costa. But in other leagues and stuff, there's just a huge kind of player skill gap. So in goal, we have Rulli. So in goal, I think we're going to see Rulli very commonly. You know, there's not a great variety in the La Liga Santander for keepers. Definitely at a budget, because this is looking towards, you know, week 2 of FIFA. This is what I think that you could afford if you have coin boost, if you play the game, and just by that, and maybe if you don't even have the coin boost, if you invest 10-20 quid here and there, I think you guys can work your way up to this team. Definitely, in my opinion, it's gonna be able to be done. And these are just predictions. I don't know how much Hernandez is going to cost on release. I don't know what his rating's going to be. Anything can happen on day of release. So in right back, a realistic approach would be DeMarcos, you know. Fullback, you're always looking for pace. And Semedo, I think he's going to be too expensive. I think Carvajal, nobody's really going to use him because he isn't quick enough. So Carvajal would be cheap, in my opinion, next year. but I think everyone's going to lean towards DeMarcus more and have DeMarcus in their squad. I think Bartra, newly transferred card, he's going to be used a lot simply because of that 77 pace he's got right now. We know he's a quick player in real life, and I know hopefully, unless one of his legs fall off or something, I know that Bartra is going to have decent pace next year, and people look for players who are strong, players who have decent pace, and players who have good defending as their defender. And I think Bartra fits that role. Someone who's quick in centre back, who's going to cover a lot of ground and make up for you in case you make a bad tackle, you know, someone who can get back and recover from a mistake. Now centre back, left centre back, I think we're going to see Titi a lot now. 74 pace, 82 defending, 79 physical. He's just very overpowered. I'd compare him to Eric Bailly in the Premier League. He's the La Liga Santander's Eric Bailly. I think at the beginning he's probably going to be about 7-8k to buy him, but possibly even more. But I think he's going to be a very good card next year, and he's going to be that meta centre back in the La Liga Santander. Now in the left back position we have Hernandez. Now Hernandez has gone from Real Madrid to Real Sociedad. We don't know if he's going to have a rare card next year. We don't know if he's having a non-rare card, but I just think he's going to be very common next year. I don't know what it is. You can have Guaya in there, but in my opinion I just see Hernandez being used a lot next year. Now in DM we have Carvalho. Now people might look at his pace and just turn away, you know. They might just be like, oh, I'm not getting him. But I think Carvalho is going to be an absolute menace next year. Maybe he doesn't have the quickest pace, but I think his interceptions are going to be insane. I think he's going to be like we saw with Renato Sanchez in FIFA 17. That level of OP. I think he's going to be on that kind of wavelength. 83 physical, 80 defending this year. We don't know what he's going to have next year. He had a very good World Cup in my opinion for what he played with Portugal. He was a very good player, and Carvalho has been a hot topic in DMs in the world in a very long time, and now he's got the move to the Liga Santander. I think we're going to see him a lot more in other people's ultimate teams. Now in the right centre mid position we have Santi Cazorla. Now Santi Cazorla, he's got a fresh start off. Unfortunately for him, he's just been injured all the time. It's sad, but I think Santi Cazorla is gonna be used quite a bit at the beginning of FIFA's 19. We know that he's gonna get a bit of a pace decrease, I think he's going to get a stat decrease. Maybe he will go to an 81 rated player, but I still think that won't put people off, because I think he's going to have decent passing stats. He's a playmaker at the end of the day. He'll have decent dribbling. He may not be the quickest player, but some people might give him a chance. I think that I'll definitely give him a chance next year. I think Santi Cazorla, I hope he has a good career at Villarreal. I want to see him get informs. I want to see him get, you know, possibly even a team of the season card. Maybe not next year, but I can see him definitely getting some informs next year at Villarreal if he puts in performances. In the left centre mid we have Koke. Now Koke, you guys might think you're being a bit ambitious here, but last year I remember a couple of weeks in I had a Koke in my club, you know. There's so many other centre mid options in the La Liga Santander. I don't think Koke is going to be too overpriced. He's going to cost you a bit, but I think that you guys will be able to afford him, and he's just a great player all round. His stats are incredible. Now in the cam position, Asensio. I had Asensio at the beginning of this FIFA as well, and I think he's just an absolute beast on the field. Like, he's just been doing he did so much for me at the beginning. Like, in the first couple of FUT Champs weeks, he was the one creating for me really in the squad, and I think he was at the heart of most attacks I had. He's just a great player in my opinion, and I can see loads of people using him next year. So up top we have Ben Yedder. Simply got him because of his pace, and maybe his shooting isn't great, but his dribbling is decent. And I just think people are going to use him due to his pace, maybe due to him being French as well. They might want to link a couple French players in there. but I think that Ben Yedder is going to be used quite a bit, and I think Gamero is going to be used quite a bit. 87 pace as well. He's very quick. 83 shooting as well, not the worst shooting. I think with the right chem style on him, he'll be absolutely dangerous. I used him at the beginning of the game, this FIFA as well, and he's scored most of the goals for me. If one of the strikers was going to score, it was him. So if you guys enjoyed this video, if you want to see more videos like this, smash that like button. Let's go for a target of, let's set a target of 7 likes. Help me out, guys. Come on, let's push for them 7 likes, and I will see you guys in the next video. See you guys later. Peace.